Hi guys, it's Tim from Advanced In-Car Technologies. Now, I'm mainly behind the camera, but I thought for this instance we'd do something a little bit different. We've got a Transporter T5 that's come all the way from Southern Ireland. It's been travelling for a good many hours and it arrived this morning at 9 o'clock. It's a 64 plate and we're literally doing everything to this thing before it goes off to be converted. So we're doing things like a new multifunction steering wheel, we're doing cruise control, Highline reversing camera, RNS 510 Nav DAB, Bluetooth, MDI, T5 front daytime running lights, so those cool little silver pads. And I don't know if you can see, but just behind me is all of the kit laid out at the moment. Oh yeah, we're also doing front and rear parking sensors as well. So we've got the van for about 3 days, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going through all the kit that we've got. Highlight certain areas like the multifunction steering wheel, because we're actually taking a Golf Mark 7 steering wheel, converting it and allowing it to work on this T5 platform, which once it's done, it's going to look awesome. Thought I'd do things a little bit differently on this video so you can see me, who I am, and I'm just not somebody just sat behind the camera. And I'm going to be doing updates over the next couple of days as when we're doing certain things, like when the bumpers are coming off, when we're fitting certain items, when we first get things firing up to see what it's like. You're going to see one of my engineers, James. He's going to be the main guy that's working on this. He's the head engineer here. And we're just going to try and have a lot of fun whilst we're doing it and hopefully give you guys a bit of a story along the way so you can see how we work and give you a massive overview of this work that we're going to be doing on this T5. So I hope you enjoy it and carry on watching the rest of the video and give it a like. Make sure you subscribe to us, and if you're really into your T5s, make sure you watch the whole of this video. I think it's going to really open your eyes as to what is possible in the world of retrofits for your van. Alright, thank you very much. Okay, so here's the van as it is at the moment, taking the plates off, and as you can see it's all pretty standard down there at the moment. If we go a bit closer you can see that we haven't really got anything going on down there ready for the reversing camera. So yeah, it's a pretty standard blue Transporter T5. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this. It's in for 3 days, as I've already mentioned. It's going to be a nice big job. Customers paid a lot of money, travelled all over from Southern Ireland for us to do. We're going to be fitting some daytime running lights just there. We're going to be doing a lot of work inside, including the steering wheel, RNS 510, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, we're going to keep you updated as we go along. Okay, so I thought I'd give a quick rundown about everything that we're going to be fitting at the moment. We're going to go for the Highline reversing camera here. Here's the camera and its module and all its wiring. We've got the cruise control, new Stalks, that's got the trip function, and also the, there you go, the cruise things there when it decides to focus in. We've got a DAB, FM, beasting antenna that's going to be going up on the roof of the T5. It's awesome quality, that antenna. We've got the new Nav DAB RNS 510 with the new front style buttons, which is going to be awesome once it gets in there. Front and rear dash camera. The customer in this instance has decided to go along with having the front camera facing outwards, but the rear camera, because he doesn't have a rear windows, he's going to have it internally in the cab, so when he's letting it out and all that sort of stuff, he can see what's going on, make sure there's no naughty stuff going on. MDI module, this latest version to work in conjunction with the RNS 510. Here we go, here's the parking sensor system that's waiting to go in there. We've got the Cat 5 tracker system, so that means that it can be remotely stopped when it's been stolen. It's got driver ID and all that sort of stuff. And here's the light bars, the new light bars from Volkswagen. The panels are off being sprayed at our body shop at the moment, so it's all going to look pretty awesome once it's all in. And as you can see, there's an awful lot of kit going on here. It's going to be a really awesome couple of days getting all this in and having a lot of fun doing it. Okay, so what we've got going on here is James at the moment is taking off the screws underneath the front bumper, because we're going to be doing a lot of work to this. We're doing the T5 daytime running lights at the front, and also we're going to be integrating the optical parking sensors, so those are the flush sensors. So the T5 daytime running lights are going here, and then our front sensors are going to be going 7 points around here and up here. And once it's done, it's all going to be looking factory spec, as if the vehicle would come from factory with it. Now, we're all about quality here, so we're doing things as per the factory would have done it, and just making sure that we're all quality. So this bit's a little bit different. It's the Golf 7 steering wheel, and We're about halfway through the whole retrofit process on the T5 at the moment. It's going really, really well. But the one thing that I wanted to talk about was this bad boy here. This is the new style Golf 7 steering wheel. So as you can see, flat bottom, multifunction steering wheel, and we're fitting it to a T5 that's currently not got a multifunction steering wheel. So a bit of wiring that has to be done to allow all of these functions to work. So we've got our volume buttons right here. We've got our scroll wheels here with the mute function. We've got our telephone control buttons that will work because we're fitting Bluetooth to this vehicle. We've got our trip functionality and also moving up and down here. This wheel is a Volkswagen Golf 7 GTI, hence why it's still got the GTI badge, but I think we'll probably leave that in. Nice red stitching. It's a really, really weighty wheel. Now, we're going to be selling these on the website as a complete kit and also to offer retrofit. Your T5, most T5s will be able to do it as long as they've got a certain BCM. So as long as you've got a compatible BCM to have a multifunction steering wheel, or you've already got a multifunction steering wheel and just want to upgrade it, this will just go in straight away, bang, jobs are good. And if you haven't got multifunction, then we need to check compatibility to make sure it's okay, do a bit of wiring into the engine bay, and you're good to go. But one thing I did want to show is I've deconstructed the airbag. So our kit's going to come with the airbag, so you can see it just there, and there's all of your wiring in the back there. Once it's all in, it's going to be looking awesome, and when we get to the stage of taking it off and put it back on again, we're going to do a bit more of the video, but I just wanted to give you a real quick rundown of this bit, and then we just go from there and see what the T5 is going to be looking like. Probably the next bit you'll see in just a second is the van completed and me going around and just showing it off and all the new stuff, and hopefully you guys will really enjoy it. I'm pretty sure the customer's going to enjoy it too. So see you in a second. Okie doke, so we've just jumped into the T5 and it's about 3/4 of the way through now, and the last thing to do is really the steering wheel and the cruise control stalk. So as you can see, we've taken off the cruise control stalks, the steering wheel, and we've literally just been left with, well, just a bit of a stumpy bit. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be fitting the new cruise stalks. Here you go, and you can see the cruise functionality there when the camera decides to zoom in. There you go. And once it's all in and coded, should work as per factory. And also the creme de la creme of the new Golf 7 steering wheel is going to go in, and when James is popping that onto the car, I'll probably try and get a nice little video of it going on and clicking in and just getting that really nice FUD, just so you go. And another thing, whilst we're doing it, we can't do it. I can't show you the daytime running lights that we've just fitted just at the moment. They do look awesome, and I will show you what they look like unfitted. James is just finishing them up. So there you go, you can see the optical parking sensors in there at the moment, and this is the new style one with the, rather than being individual LEDs, it's actually a light strip, and they're so much brighter and they look awesome. And James is just finishing off a little bit of the detailing here. He's just putting on the silver chrome strip just to give it a bit of definition. But no, they're looking really good so far, so we'll report back shortly. Okay guys, so we're in the van, we've pretty much finished now, so we're just going to run through a couple of the things that we've done. I'm just going to start at the top here, and as you can see we've done a dash camera installation of the Thinkware F750. It's front and rear, it's 1080p, 30 frames per second both at the front and the rear. Now in this instance, because this T5 doesn't have a rear window, the customer's actually asked to have the rear camera installed on the inside. So this is really good for him for what he does in his trade, but also for other applications like being a taxi driver. It's going to be a really good image, and I'll try and see if I can get some overlay of the footage going whilst we're chatting about it and whilst it's powering up. We've hardwired it in behind the scenes so that it will work when the van is asleep, to keep an eye on things. So first and foremost, the big one is the multifunction steering wheel. So a lot of people said that it couldn't be done. We've done it and it looks really awesome. It's the flat bottom multifunction steering wheel from a Golf 7. James worked really hard over the last couple of days getting this all in working as per factory. So there it is in its full glory, and James is just going to push some of the buttons so that you can see it scrolling. we've got all our audio stuff. See, the audio is coming up there. James can scroll through the functions. That's the trip working there. He can go to his telephone when it's connected up. It's got voice control and all that sort of jazz. We haven't got the phone at the moment, so it's not going to come up. And everything that they could have done before, but without the plastic steering wheel. Remember, this other steering wheel literally had nothing on it. You couldn't control any of it, and we've converted it so that it will work fine with the with everything else. So, and then moving on to the middle, we've actually fitted an RNS 510 nav DAB with a B-sting antenna. And when we're going around the vehicle in a second, thanks James, I'll show you what that looks like. So this is the top dog unit, nav, DAB, Bluetooth, MDI, all that sort of stuff. And James is just quickly going through so you can see how it works. It's all pretty standard stuff really for us, and we do this quite a bit. But most importantly, what we've also done, as mentioned before, is the reversing camera and the optical parking. So when you're just driving along and say you're just in motion, James, can you start the van for me? So we're in the van, we're driving along, we want to pop the van into reverse to see what's going on behind us. So James is going to pop it into reverse for us now. Parking light comes on, and there we go. There's the steering, there's our lines. We can see the optical parking just there. And as James moves the steering wheel on this other mode, it's the Highline version, so we're getting our moving guidelines. And this is a really long van, so it's going to come in so handy for the customer so that he can see what he can do. And you can tap a load of these buttons. We've done it on a few videos before. It's really just to show you how it's working in this instance, because we're doing like an overview of the van. You can have just the parking, so you get the bubbles coming up. Obviously we've got no obstructions near us, but normally that would beep and all of that sort of stuff. It's really awesome. But what we've also done as well is James has done a really nice install in the glove box of the MDI. So I don't think we've got an iPod connected just at the moment, but it's just in there. Now you might not see it because it's quite dark, but there's James going there. He's plugging in the old iPod. It's charging, and when the camera decides it wants to zoom in,
I'm not sure what you said.
oh, there's our Siri going, and there we go. There's the MDI all working lovely. Brilliant. So yeah, for inside, that's pretty much it. Oh, the other thing to mention is we have fitted a Cat 5 tracker on this system, so that if it does get pinched, the vehicle can be remotely stopped. It's got driver ID, smartphone integration. It's a really top dog piece of kit, and because this gentleman has spent a lot of money on his van, he definitely needed to protect his investment. So what we'll do is we'll jump out the van in a second, and James is going to just do some light switches for me so that you can see how the daytime running lights. I don't know if you've seen that there, but it just went really, really bright outside. So what we'll do is we'll keep the lights off for the time being. I'll jump straight out. Sorry, it's a bit noisy. There's a lot of stuff going on at the moment. So here's our van. We can see the lights as they are there, and James has just put it onto so as you're driving, so daytime running mode, and they're really actually quite bright. And when James puts the side lights on, they dim down, so this is really useful at night, so that you're not blinding everyone out. But as you might be able to see, if James puts it on full power again, is that these are the new strip lights. So rather than them being individual LEDs, it's actually a really, really nice bar of light, and it's not bitty at all. So he's done really well on that. So as we move around the vehicle, you can obviously see the dash camera just up here doing its thing. I'll just zoom in on it properly. It's a bit mucky, the windscreen, but you get the idea. As you can see down here, we've done the parking sensors at the front, all flush fitting, colour coded, and they look pretty awesome. So as we go around the vehicle, we'll be able to explain where the reversing camera is. Now hopefully the light, you should be able to just see it just about there. If I zoom into it, James is going to put a light on for me. And look how neat and tidy the guys have managed to make that look. And the barn door T5 from factory, you can't actually have a reversing camera from factory. You just can't order it. It has to be the up and over door. But as you can see, it's really nice and neat and tidy up there, which is nice. We've got our rear parking sensors just here. Hopefully you can see that. Just focusing on it a bit more. There you go. Outside, the middle, and the rear. So this van's been in for a good few days now. And oh yes, most importantly as well, is the antenna. I don't know if you can see that. I'll see if I can get up on our platform. So yeah, there's our nice bee-sting DAB antenna. So that this gentleman, because he lives in Southern Ireland, the digital radio is pretty pants. So this should hopefully give him the best opportunity to be able to do what he wants to do, listen to his favourite talk sport and all that sort of stuff whilst he's over there. So this van has been in for 3 days now. We've done an awful lot of work on it, and we can go from there. Oh yeah, another thing that we've done as well, just quickly, just come back in the van, is we've fitted cruise control. Now the main important thing to remember with cruise control is that you have to have a certain type of BCM for it to work. We can't show you how it's going to work because we're static at the moment. You need to be driving about. We're just focusing on it there. But we've got our controls, so if I can just zoom on it there and maybe come around here a little bit. Just close the laptop out of the way. Okay, so let me zoom in it there. So we've got our reset button there, we've got our set button, as well as being the normal sort of indicators and all that sort of stuff. But you've got to make sure that you've got the switch in the on position so that it will work. You can quickly cancel your trip so that it stops the cruise, and you can fully turn it off there. But as I said, you can set it by going up and down, and also you can quickly resume from a set speed that you were at before. So hats off to the guys in the workshop today, being led by James. They've done a cracking job, really proud of them, and hopefully this customer is going to be really proud of his lovely new van. So thanks very much for watching, guys. It's been a slog. Hopefully it's just shown you a bit more about what we do with vehicles, especially T5. There's just so much when you're given a basic T5. There's just so much that you can do with them, and gives you a bit more insight into the retrofit world. So thank you very much. Remember to make sure that you like this video. It's really important to us. It makes us feel really good about doing these videos. Subscribe to our channel. You'll probably get something pop up in a minute so that you can subscribe to it, and make sure you watch our other videos and share the video as much as possible. So thanks very much.